What is up, everyone? Guys, listen up. In this video, I want to go over how I like to farm the Citadels and a few things you can do to guarantee yourself a few hundred Exalted every time you run a Citadel. Now, take a look at this. In this area, I managed to find 1, 2, 3, and 4 Citadels. We've completed 3 of these already, and we're going to move to the 4th one now. And check this out, 1,340 here. And then we also have 2 more that I gotta sell. And each of these are going for 160 plus at the moment. So that's 1,600 Exalted. I believe I had around 180 when I started, right? And it takes you just a few minutes to get through these Citadels. Now, let's say you don't find like 3 or 4 Citadels together. That's also absolutely fine. As long as you navigate to them, like this Citadel right here is where I'm moving now, as you guys can see. As long as you find 1 Citadel every like 40 minutes or an hour, and now it's so easy to spot them, right? You're going to be making at least a few hundred Exalted. And if you find 2 or 3, yeah, you're going to be making bank. There's a few things you need to do in order for this to be possible. You can't really do this if you just use a normal waystone. So that is something to keep in mind. So what you want essentially is you want to find the worst of the worst kind of, so to speak, waystones. So for example, if you take a look at, let me show you a few examples. So if you take a look at this one says waystone drop chance 250%. This is what you do not want to use when you're doing these Citadels. And the reason for that is the waystone drop chance is directly tied to the drop chance of the fragments from the bosses. So the higher the waystone drop chance is, the more drops you're going to get from the boss. Technically, you can get 4, maybe even 5. I've gotten 4 once. Usually, I get 3 with a waystone of around 450% plus. Now, obviously, the percentage of the waystone drop chance is tied to, the debuffs that you have on the waystone. Now, on this one, we don't have anything crazy. Therefore, it's only 250%. Let me find and see if I have another one. So this one has 405%. Like, is this the best one? Not really. I want it, as I said, to be 450 minimum and 500 plus in general. I think that would be the perfect case. Obviously, if you can get like 600 plus base, that would be amazing, because if you do get 600 plus, that almost will guarantee you 4 drops. Now, remember, this is not the only thing to make this work, though. This percentage can be amplified by your Atlas map. That makes a huge difference. So you will see that, we have some increased effect of explicit modifiers on your waystone and stuff like that. So you can just copy this just as it is. And all of these points are going to amplify your waystone percentage, which then will increase the drop rate and the amount of fragments that you get from the Citadel boss. Really good. This is how I like to farm my divines and fragments in general, because I enjoy playing the game, right? So I'm farming the maps anyway. Might as well just navigate through the map to the Citadels, and I'm good to go. Do not forget that when you're playing the Citadels, you should turn off the map boss difficulties upgrades if you do have them, because this doesn't make the drop chance of the waystones that we're looking for the fragments any higher. This doesn't affect it. So technically, you want to make the boss fight as easy as possible for you. So just turn these off for those specific bosses in the Citadels, right? Like before you slap in the waystone into the map device, just turn these off. And once you get to the boss, it's going to be easy peasy runs all day, and you get your hundreds and thousands of Exalted within just like half an hour or 1 hour of gameplay, as long as you find the Citadels. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Once again, I'm going to stop this like this. You can pause this, kind of copy the tree for yourself so that, you have as much waystone percentage as possible. On the way, obviously, if you find breaches or whatever, you do them as normally. That's why I said at the beginning of the video, we're just making our way to the Citadel. We did a breach and boom, we got another divine as a drop. When it comes to rarity, my rarity currently is at around 139%. I don't believe it has, once again, anything to do with the fragment drop chance. That is directly tied, from what I can tell, to the waystone drop chance. If you do all of these things, you are going to be getting a lot of Exalted. Now, we're going to try to make our way to the next Citadel. We're going to kill the boss. I don't, unfortunately, have any more 500 plus waystones, so we're probably going to have to use a 400 one, which means that we're most likely only going to get 2 fragments, but it is what it is at this point. I couldn't find any. I tried to buy it as well this morning, but like I'm messaging tons of people and nobody's responding. So all our charges are ready. So I'm going to get my bell, drop the bell, flicker, Should be more than enough. And we didn't even need to flicker. We have 30 seconds. Should be enough. This time we are probably going to need the bell. And he's dead. Let's see how many we get. Hopefully we at least get 2-3. I'd be happy with 2-3, chat. Okay, 2. That's another, I believe, what? 400 Exalted? Or 300 Exalted right there? Bye, Citadel boss. Bye. Ooh, 3 of them, baby. Love it. Love it. Love it. So, for example, let's take a look at how much these cost right now on the currency exchange. 163 Exalted, right? 163 Exalted for 1 fragment. Literally, you know, it takes you just a few minutes to clear the Citadel as mentioned. And the reason I enjoy farming Citadels is that you're not doing the same thing over and over, which is, for example, you guys know I love to farm the Chaos Temple, right? But the fact is, like, when you do it 50 times and, you know, 60 and 70 times, you get, like, kind of burned out on it and you want to play some other modes, right? The good thing about the Citadel method is that you're just playing the game, different kind of maps. On the way, you're doing breaches, delirium, so you're also benefiting from that. Today, when I was making my way to these Citadels, I got a few divines on the way while I was going there, right? So that's always really, really nice. Now, if you're looking for the specific build that I'm using, which is the Flicker Strike build, you will find it on my channel. We have a few updated versions. Obviously, the latest 2 or 3 videos, I don't remember, I think it's 2 videos after the patch. Those are going to be the most up-to-date, and we have some new technology there in order for you guys to get your power charges. For example, I'll quickly show you right here. You can at any time summon these guys and in one go, boom, just like that, within a few seconds, get your full power charges, right? All of this is explained in that build video.